Okay guys, so I'm gonna show you a little bit what's going on. So I'm trying to move the shop around and finally put the Haas on where I want it, what I believe it deserves to be on. And I want to show you how everything's gonna go. I have to pull the other forklift in here, the old one, and I also trying to paint the front of the machine, and I did a shitty job. I tried to roll it and I didn't wait, and I don't know if you can see the marks from the roller when I was rolling it, so it's a mess. So I'm gonna have to resand it and get that front fixed better, but I'm gonna move it in position. I cleaned the inside a little bit also, so I'm gonna have to resand the front of it so I can put me. Now I already drilled where my PC is gonna be mounted, and I ordered me some new plexiglass for the doors. I mean the doors and the them windows or whatever. But I'm gonna put it over there. So I'm gonna start moving the Cincinnati out of there and putting the Haas on that corner, and also moving the drill press out of there. Still don't know what I'm gonna put all that, but I gotta find a place for it. But I'll find it. So the Haas and the Cincinnati, they're gonna be sitting on that corner. So I definitely gotta find a place for that. So far the machine is working. I have to keep moving it and moving it. There's one thing I have been concerned on, and it's my spindle is still a little bit tight. So I don't know if I should just leave it like that and let it break in. It hasn't break in much. It probably got like, I don't know, maybe 6 hours, 10, probably 10 hours now. It had like 6 hours, a while back. I probably run it another 3-4 hours, just idling around 4,000, and it gets a little bit warm, but it doesn't get hot at all. So I'm gonna sit you around here, and I already broke my airline out there. I forgot it was hooked to the Haas, and I bent the regulator bracket. I almost broke the regulator, but I did broke my. Hopefully you see them over there hanging up there. There's a pipe that goes down and hooks to that one, and then comes down where it hooked up to. I guess too much going on, and I forgot about it. So I'm gonna sit you somewhere where you can see the whole thing, and maybe on top of the house. I'll cut this video anyway. Okay guys, so after you seen all you've seen, I think it's gonna be fine over there, what it is. I got my power up there, which I was using on the Cincinnati. Then I gotta find a place for it, for Cincinnati and the drill press. Here I have to leave you know, plenty of room for my coolant tank and that conveyor, I mean that chip stuff or whatever I'm gonna put over there. I've been trying out the one from the Sharp, which is the one I used to kind of take the chips out of the Brothers and, you know, and put it in here. I never used the Sharp, but these chips, they came out of the Brothers, so I just roll it in there and scoop it over to that thing. But I believe it's gonna stay here. That's where it's going to be. So now I gotta put those legs or whatever on it. I only got 5 of them. It's supposed to be 6, but I only found 5 of them when I picked it up, whatever I picked it up. So I'm gonna have to build 1 or 2 so they both look the same. And so I don't have extremely a lot of room, but I can walk over there. Probably got it around, you know, maybe 24 inches, close to it. All right, let me cut this here, and I'll keep going. Bye. Okay, guys. So a quick video on the machine. You see what I put her at? She looks pretty good over there. By the time you see this video, you're probably gonna see, I mean, the beginning of the video is gonna be me moving the machine and all that. It was a mess. My forklift is not able to lift it. Even the bigger one, the machine is too long and it's not even strong enough. I mean, this is all it takes. The Cincinnati is all it takes on my forklift. I gotta hurry up. I'm running out of battery on this thing camera. Well, anyway, I got my PC mounted. and it's all, you know, running pretty good. I went ahead and ordered me, if you see here, I got two probes. Oh, come on. So I got two probes here. I got the one that you can find online. It's a normally open. A normally closed, and this is a normally open. The way you're gonna find this, the two different one is this one is gonna be a 4-wire, and this is gonna be a 6-wires. The reason I ordered the 6-wire, which is a normally open collector, is because it did not match the wiring on my probe, because Mach 3 has only one input for probing. So since we got to use the same input, port and pin, we cannot have, you know, one normally open and one normally closed, because we will have to change the port and pin active, high or low anytime we're gonna use either one of them, and we don't want to do that. We could do that over a macro, and actually Arturo from CNC4PC, he sent me a small macro, but I really don't want to overload Mach 3. You know, Mach 3 already has its problems, and we all know that. I'm really happy the way it works for me, but I really don't want to push the limits where where something doesn't work perfect. So what I did this way, it will be you know, hardwire pretty much, you know, hardware instead of software. So the way it's hardware is it's really it's simple pretty much. So here, and hopefully you can see it, I got 3 wires. These 3 wires you see on my hand, the 2 black ones, which either one of the 2 blacks one has 6 wires inside, and the gray one is my safety for my air pressure. So my air pressure is going to be in serial connection with my tool setter, and you know, if I over travel my tool setter, it's going to put my system on emergency, as you've seen it before. And then on my tool probe, there's nothing on it. I haven't used any of the output. But if you see here on my input on my control board, that's my port 2 pin 5. That's the high speed input for my tool setter and my tool probe at the same time. But you see I got the 2 wires on it, and they're both connected on the same port and pin on the control board, and also Mach 3. The trick here is to use the 2 output connected to the same input on the control board and the same port and pin on Mach 3, the only probe input that Mach 3 has, and then we're gonna use a relay to power either one of them, you know, to power the probe, the setter or the probe. You know, if, as you've seen on previous videos, if I input 299, this relay is gonna come on through a brain, and it's gonna, once it comes on, it's gonna power my tool probe. So the best way that I found after playing with this for a few days is to hardware to Mach 3. So hardware, you know, the 2 inputs together to your control board, and then you use a relay to select either one of your items that you're gonna be powering, depending on, you know, how you got it set up. If you see, the machine is, there's around 24 inches over there in between the door and the wall. It's not much. It is enough for me to work on it. If I ever need to do something bigger, I would just probably pull the pins off the door and get the door out of there. I don't think I'll ever have to do that. You know, it's gonna stay the way it is. and I don't think I gotta work on it. If I do, there's plenty of room. I did clean up my coolant tank a little bit. You know, it's hard to keep up with, you know, coolant tanks and all that, but so I did clean it the best I could, and then I gotta work on the pump. But I do want to go 3-phase on the pump. I want to take that single-phase motor out of the pump and put one on. But other than that, the machine is good. I painted the front of it. I repainted it after the video that you're gonna see, the beginning of the video, that I messed up pretty bad. So I repainted a little bit, sanded a little bit, and repainted it. It looks good so far. I'm gonna find me some stickers or whatever to put on. And other than that, guys, I think it's fine. I wanna get my coolant done and my auger dump pipe or whatever it's called. And so when I get that done, I wanna run some parts on it. I do gotta run some parts because I got a job from South Florida, and I do a little dust covers that goes on the end of these rollers, and those dust covers I normally do them here on the Brothers, but I want to make them on the Haas this time, and I'm definitely gonna post videos of it. So I hope you like it. Oh, another thing, and it's bad news. I gotta pull my motor apart. My spindle motor is making noises on it. Let me see before this battery dies, because it's just rolling down. Let me lower. Don't worry, soft limits. Wait a minute. Let me turn this fan, because we need the fan. Okay, we need to turn the fan down up there. That's the BFD for the cooling fan, the spindle cooling fan. So if I put my hand on the motor and I touch the motor, I can feel the bearings. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna touch the camera to the motor. I'm gonna touch the camera to the motor. Maybe you can feel the vibrations. So whatever you got over there, that's what we got. And this thing is about to die recording. Anyway, so that's what we got. Let me turn it back on so I don't forget the BFD or the cooling fan. That's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much.